Hello, sensuals. There's this great quote out there, which I heard when I was in college, and I thought it was amazing. And it's been a long time since I graduated college, and if I kept that in mind, there has to be something about it. So this quote goes like this: "He who can, does. He who can't, teaches." And this quote is by George Bernard Shaw. And when I think about it now, I'm like, okay, some of us are doers, some of us are teachers. Well, what about the coaches out there? We're a special breed, I guess, and there's no quote for us. Not yet, anyway. But, let me tell you a little bit about being, or actually finding, your ideal sex coach. If you want to do this work with somebody, then here are, from me, several things that you want to consider, like signs or indicators that this is a good coaching process. Number one, you already have a way to spot this person's personality. One way to do this is actually videos, so you get to see this person speaking out, behaving. You get to see a little as if they were live, but they're not quite live. And when I mean live, I mean in the flesh. Whether it's a live stream or videos, I encourage you to get an insight into how this person is. Why is that? You get to realize, or you get to see if you're a match, if you can stay in the same room with this person and not go crazy, or not be bored, or something. So basically you have a chemistry, although it's not an attraction. I'm not talking about attraction. I'm talking about compatibility in the way this person talks, behaves, because you gotta be able to at least like this person, otherwise you can't do this important work. It should go without saying, but it's also a good idea to point it out. And the reason I say this is because although there are many successful people out there who present themselves so well, in actual interactions, they're not exactly compatible with everybody. And that's actually realistic. Nobody's going to be likable to everybody else on the planet. Nobody's going to have a style of whatever it is, doing, teaching, coaching, speaking of the quote, which is compatible to yours, which is a good fit with you. So you want to get this insight first. The second thing you want to look at is this person's training or professional background. And the reason I say this is because many people, when they choose a coach, a therapist, a psychologist, a facilitator, whatever kind of collaborator, they look a lot at their lifestyle. Now, that's not necessarily bad, but it's also counterintuitive in a way. Somebody who shares your lifestyle, or somebody who has the kind of lifestyle that you think is successful or that you recognize as an okay lifestyle, is not necessarily the best person for you to work with and work around a topic that is of most concern to you. Now, let's look at this topic that you're choosing, coaching and sexuality. The person that has the wildest, craziest sex out there is not necessarily the best person trained to help you transform, to help you address your problems. They may seem exotic or sexy or convincing to you. You may consider them your role models. I don't know what kind of values you have. I'm just putting an idea here. So you may consider them your role models, but they may not have the actual skills or the actual training and the ability to help you. Those people may be good for themselves, for building their own life, but no two people are alike. So somebody who's trained at working with others, bringing out the best in others, helping others to overcome their own challenges, those are totally different qualities and totally different skill sets. And you want to look for that. I know it sounds counterintuitive. Somebody who's glamorous or adventurous or crazy or abundant or whatever you want to call it out there, they may be amazing for themselves, but they may not be the best solution for you. So when you're choosing a coach, you want to look at, first of all, at their training background, their credentials, their abilities, their skill sets. So you want to look in that direction. The third thing that you want to look at when you're choosing a coach for yourself is actually their honesty. And let me stress this out. Honesty is not just the best policy, this is actually the thing that you want to look for. Let's say that you come with a problem and at a certain point this problem exceeds this person's ability to their training, their skills. A good and responsible and a mature and a high quality coach, therapist, practitioner, whatever you're looking for, is going to tell you at a certain point, this problem or this aspect exceeds my training, my ability, my area of expertise. It just exceeds it. That doesn't make them bad, that doesn't make them weak, that makes them honest and responsible. And you want somebody like that. If your problem is that complicated, then it may require many facilitators or many experts from different fields, or it may require an entirely different approach than the one that you think. So maybe your pain is in sex or in intimacy, but the source or the cause of the problem may rely in other places. Lifestyle, what happened in your relationship, personal development issues that also affect your lifestyle, and so on. Now, a good coach is somebody that will stay with you in the beginning, like the first encounters, and get your background, get you to fill in a form that is really complex, and based on that initial evaluation, they can pinpoint a little bit, is this person really in need of my services and my training? Not many coaches out there do that. Also, an honest coach is somebody who will tell you, yes, you need to work on this topic, in this case sexuality, but maybe the present time is not the best time. And I know that I do this with a lot of people that come to me. Some of these people, yes, they would definitely benefit in their intimate life of a lot of personal work and a lot of development, but when they come to me, they're actually in much bigger crisis. And I usually tell people, if your foundational crisis is not solved, then whatever work you do in sexuality is not going to be sustainable, because you actually have this mess that you need to address. And you have this change or this improvement to do first, and then you look at sexuality. Now, why do I do that with my clients? It's not because I want to sabotage myself. It's actually because sex and your sex life is a product of a lot of other aspects that happen in your life. Your health, your emotional well-being, your financial well-being, by the way, and the harmony or the health of the relationships that you're in. Your intimate relationship, the family relationships that you have. So there are many other topics that, or many other places, fields, aspects of your life that determine the quality of your sex life as well. And not all of them are so obvious. So an honest coach, practitioner, therapist, whatever it is, they will tell you this. Yes, you need work on this topic, but first you may want to look at, or it's much wiser and much healthier for you to address the foundational issues. And it's not that this person wants to turn you down or reject you or don't want to work with you. It's that these people who tell you this are actually very honest and responsible. And they're making sure that once you start working on this topic, you're going to sustain it as well. I know it's not what you want to hear, but when you reach somebody like that, I would say keep them and watch these people, their work, and keep an eye on them, because those are actually precious people that they're going to help you in the long run. So this is in a nutshell, and there are many more aspects that you want to look at for sure. But I think these are the most important ones, and yeah, think about them. Also, if you're here, do keep in mind that in this holiday of 2018, Christmas holidays or winter holidays, I have a special offer, which is breaking down the coaching process that I normally do into just one unit, which is 1 week. And I give people the opportunity to have a go with me in coaching and see how it goes for them, have a beautiful experience to get them into the holiday season, and even perhaps have an impact in their overall general sex life. So if you're interested, check out the link under the video, and yeah, maybe I'll see you in a coaching process as well. Otherwise, I wish you the best of luck. The best of luck to find the coach, the therapist, the practitioner that is a best match for you and for your current search in sexuality. And I will see you in next week's videos. Bye.